Here's another way to get cheap radios. I decided to go over this. So you have this for Arizona. Arizona has probably the most ham fests out of any state that I know of. I'm originally from Washington State, and really only have like 2 or 3 of them over there. So the calendar isn't going to show everything because some of it's already passed. So this one's coming up past Flagstaff. So these different ham fests, I don't know what the September 7th one is. Probably White Mountain, Overguard, Arizona. That's way the hell up there. September 7th. So when you look at these, a lot of times it'd be raffle tickets, tailgating, vendors, exams. Let's see, the hosted by the Rim Country Amateur Radio Club, All Seasons Lodge, Barn. I don't know what the hell that is. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free admission and swap meet spaces. Covered and uncovered space available. Raffle and door prizes, VE testing, email contact person, radio communications demonstration. So that's coming up in September, up in basically I think the White Mountains. And then you have the October Tonto Amateur Radio Association, Payson, Arizona. That one's usually been kind of crappy. And they were charging to get into that, and there was like nobody there. And then you have, on the exact same day, these idiots always seem to do this. Oh, hey, let's do these both on the same freaking day. Because there's people that would go to both of them. Tucson decided to do theirs. Somebody should send these guys an email. I mean, like, they constantly do this. I don't know why. You got... Just move it out by a week. You know? Don't put it the same. So basically, people that would go to this one will go to that one, even though they're both kind of in a different area. But I don't go to this one anymore. It's too far away. So all 3 of these right here have been known to schedule on the same day. This is the November 2nd. And that's in Wickenburg. So that one used to be on Veterans Day. And then I don't know, there should be one. I don't know why it's not in there, but it's usually in there. So when you go to these ham fests and stuff, you'd be able to find pretty good deals on radios and stuff like that. And like if you're going to visit Arizona, you might look and see if, you know, there's a time period that you can, you know, show up when there's going to be a ham fest. Normally there is basically from November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Around that is normally a ton more ham fests than this. I wish that they would show us the previous ones, but they update their calendar every year. I don't know if maybe one of these other ones will actually show the past ones. But anyway, so when you look for equipment at these ham fests, you need to do your research, because you can totally get screwed, because some of these guys are very shady, and they will. Here's the Superfest. So usually this one will be. That's interesting. I thought that one was on a different one. So a lot of these will have their own web page, and they give you a little bit of information. But so guys will sell stuff for more than it's worth if you don't know what the hell it is. And consider almost any HF radio from the 80s or 90s to be broken, okay? You need to do that. If you're not willing to work on a radio, or if it's not a radio that you can send to ICOM or Yaesu, you need to consider that it's broken, okay? Because if it's sold at a ham fest, somebody else has already offered it to all their buddies and nobody wanted it. And nobody wanted it on Craigslist, nobody wanted it on OfferUp, so now they're selling it at the ham fest. It's usually the case. If you buy an older radio from the 80s, it's probably going to be off frequency. It's probably going to have problems wrong with it. Now, if you buy radios like FT101s and stuff like that, and Kenwood 820s and 520s and stuff like that, there's a good chance you might just buy a perfectly fine radio and bring it home and get on the air with it. So, you need to do the research on the radios, and, just consider that whatever you're going to buy at the Hamfest is broken, and make sure you pay the price that you would pay for it to be broken. Otherwise, you have no way to tell. You're never going to see that person again, probably. And, so if it's broken and, you've paid, the average price for a working one, well, then you're screwed. So, but another thing too to look for is a lot of the clubs will have auctions and stuff like that. Sometimes if you join the club and you're new and you say, hey, I'm new, I want to get on HF, but I don't have a lot of money, some of the other hams that have stuff, they'll loan you a radio, or they'll offer you a really good deal on one. So there's many ways to get set up on the radio. This really doesn't actually have to be an expensive hobby. There are ways to get on the air with very little money, and especially if you're younger and you're interested in ham radio and you go to the meetings and you show interest and you get your license and do all that, a lot of the guys will definitely reach out to you, because they're excited to see new younger people get into the hobby. So keep that in mind. So anyway, I can't think of anything else right now, but if you have any ideas or suggestions, leave it down in the comments down below. And like always, if you have something stupid to say, just go ahead and spin the VFO. We don't have time for it. Catch you later.